Hello, Anidorks. It is Chris, your favorite Anidork. I am jumping in to say that this episode's a little different. We're taking an episode off in between books to do something a little bit silly, and we haven't quite figured out how this is going to work, as is evidenced by the decision we made for this episode, which involves a lot of visuals. Eddy made a slideshow, and I don't know what we were thinking. We just described the slides. We're not very good at this podcasting thing. We're quite new to it, but I'm going to post a version of this on YouTube that you can watch, slides and all. For some reason, I made a ton of jokes about releasing the slideshow on Patreon, which I have had no time to set up. I kind of really painted myself into a corner there, but yeah, just ignore those jokes. I don't know why I said that. I don't know. Thank you to everyone who's listened, who's made it this far. We're so excited to do book 2, and that'll be coming out in a week or so. All right, let's get to it.
These may be kids' books, but we discuss dark themes and mature content. There may also be some explicit language. Listener discretion is advised.
15 sides.
That's not very long to you?
Okay, so I made this all today. It's a bit chaotic.
Is it one of those things where it's like the slide contains the information and you're like, here's the slide, look at this slide, next slide?
Yes.
Just for a little bit of context for our listeners coming into this, we are going to do something a little different today.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a special.
Eddy's going to give a little book report on a book that hasn't been written called Cassie's Facts About Red-Tailed Hawks.
Oh, that would have been such a good idea to write them all from the perspective of. I can change the name quickly. Hold on. It really won't make sense.
Open up PowerPoint and just. I'm excited to see how many transitions you have. You know,
I wasn't sure where that sentence was going for a long time.
None. It's all Google Slides.
No transitions. There's transitions in Google Slides.
Yeah.
Really? Well, yeah. I'll get it next time.
Yeah, fade in, side dissolve.
For all those listening, if you want the slides to this presentation, I will add transitions to them myself. Eddy, it is beautiful. It is beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That is
your font choices. Oh my god.
That is, I really love.
Oh my god.
I love the different font drop shadow. That's really.
Oh my god. Science project final, Mrs. Bruce, 5th grade. Are you shitting me? You're blowing my little mind. I can't even. You said you made this today?
Yeah.
You didn't make this in 5th grade? Because, I also love this picture of a hawk that says, by Eddy Kozik.
Yeah.
As though you're that hawk, and then everything is watermarked. Every picture
we don't
here
own
is
the rights to any of this.
scholastic.com.
This is why when we talked about sharing it on Patreon, I was like, there's some other things I'm not sure if legally we're allowed to.
All right, well, maybe I
we might just have to
too
clip
fucking
parts of it.
soon.
I really enjoy that there's a moment here. So we've talked about before how hawks look like they're wearing pants.
Oh my god,
and I feel like you
do.
really get a sense of that here.
Yeah, fantastic. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay, Eddy, take it away.
So this is my presentation on the red-tailed hawk, or as it says here, red-tailed hawks.
I feel like you didn't yell it though.
Red-tailed hawks! So I have a red hawk call in this presentation, and I don't hear the seer, which is how I think we said it.
That's how it was in the audiobook.
So this is Red-tailed Hawks, or the tragic story of Tobias, the boy who was also bird.
Oh no!
Oh no!
What is this
God.
image? It's so cute.
This is the first of a lot of fan art in this.
Oh my god!
gosh.
Well, we have to if we do
We'll
release
so
it.
link to
yeah.
all
Oh,
of
we
it.
need to go back. Yes, so we
And
need.
credit everybody. Yeah.
I think we can take turns describing.
Oh,
what
that's
we're
good.
saying.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Miranda and I will describe the panels, then Eddie
Yes.
will continue giving the presentation.
Yes.
Okay,
yeah,
Miranda,
yeah.
do you want to do this next panel
Sure.
since I did the first one?
So on this panel, we've got a lovely beige background with some sort of eggplant tone texts in what I assume is Arial. That
It
says,
does look like Ariel.
or the tragic story of
You're
Tobias,
good.
the boy who was also a bird. On either side of a picture someone took of a drawing in their sketchbook of the moment, what appears to be the moment when Tobias
Tobias or not Tobias?
when Tobias sees the picture of himself that Rachel has in book 2. It's him, his blonde hair, and he's wearing a little blue shirt, and it actually looks like he's standing in front of a bed, like he might be standing in front of Rachel's bed, which is like
With a
oddly
heart pillow?
suggestive.
Yeah. That's
And then
true.
it's a drawing of Tobias as a red-tailed hawk. It's a profile of his face looking at this image. Was that
A
too
literal
detailed?
profile pic.
No, very
That's
good. And what
great.
is it? What's in the top left corner of the?
Yeah,
that an
it's like a
image?
drawing of another person. It's very strange.
Yeah.
Oh, no, here's what it is, dude. It's a mirror. And that's a picture pinned up in the corner of the mirror, I think.
You think?
That's what I think, and I think that's
Oh.
someone in the mirror.
Wow.
That's Tobias seeing his reflection as a human.
Yeah, either that or that's like boy Rachel, which I'm all
Also here for.
Yeah, also here
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did choose an aubergine font color. I was like, I don't want to go with black. I think I'm gonna make a change here.
Oh, Miranda, how did you even see that? It's just black. from
Very
my
good
eyes.
Well, in
eyesight.
fairness, it
Very
is like
good.
the same color as my hair. So
Oh, got it. You walked in and said, "Make it this font. Make it this font."
So the red-tailed hawk is the most common buteo, a type of large soaring hawk in North America, found in nearly every biome there, from deep forest to sparse desert. It's a very
Wow.
adaptable
Look
bird.
how friendly that hawk is.
Yeah, that's a friendly looking hawk.
That squirrel, I think, is still alive.
Yeah, they're
Oh
buddies.
my god, I didn't even
They're
see the
friends.
squirrel.
That's why I said he was friendly.
It's just a piggyback ride.
He's
it's just
he's
a
giving him a
piggyback
little
ride.
back scratch, you know?
Yeah, just a little back scritches. We all need help reaching back there.
I think it's actually who
no
turns into a
secret.
squirrel? Cassie? I think they're just hanging out.
Yeah, this is when
Aw.
Tobias almost ate Cassie.
Yes. Yeah. And got very close in this photo.
I don't remember that from the first book, which will be the only book the audience has heard
Check.
at the time
Okay.
this is released.
Oh yeah, I guess I
Yes.
did mention the second book also already.
No, I think it's okay.
I think all of the facts, all the animal facts, come from Cassie.
I see.
Did anyone know buteo? I didn't know.
I'd never heard of that.
Wow.
Wow!
Oh man.
So red-tailed hawks are so visible across the United States. They've been called a gateway species for birding.
Wow,
That's
that's
true.
rude.
I do
You're
see.
so basic. You only see red-tailed hawks.
Chris, would you like to describe this image or?
Yeah, so this is just a picture. So the first image was a red-tailed hawk on the back of a squirrel still alive. This image is definitely a red-tailed hawk on the back of part of a squirrel, pulling out a long intestine, next to which Eddy wrote in a purplish magenta pink, "Wow!" exclamation point with a nice serify.
What makes you think that wasn't already on the image, Chris? It's a subtitle.
I know what you're impressed by, and you're impressed when I rip the intestines out of my enemies. So, yeah. Beautiful.
Oh,
But perhaps it's
Oh my
not really.
God.
So this follows on this red-tailed hawk is a very common bird, but perhaps it's not really a bird you're seeing, or it is a bird, but it's also a boy trapped in the
Okay.
body of a
So
bird.
we might have to change the name from bird facts to bird speculation.
Well, this is not Cassie. This
No.
is moved
Okay.
away from the
Yeah, you can see, no, the text is a
perspective.
different color. You can tell that
Yeah.
here. So we've got our text, juxtaposed across the image, and we've got some wonderful artwork with the name Gojo's on it, so shout out. It appears to be Tobias sobbing in profile, wrapped in translucent thorns, which lead up to a red-tailed hawk, who is also trapped in these translucent thorns, but is not sobbing, because hawks do not cry. On a sort of...
As we learn in book
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, the hawk is very stoic, very severe.
As, on sort of a teal to yellow gradient background.
It's a dramatic image.
It's a very
Quite
dramatic
striking.
image.
It's very good, and the technique on display here is I especially like the feathers and the hair merging together.
Yes.
Whoa!
That's really well
Yeah.
noted. I hadn't noticed that. This to me inspires me to say to our audience out there, please somebody start making an Animorphs tarot deck, or if there is one, please send it, because
True.
this, or Gojo's, please continue drawing and make an Animorph tarot deck, because I want that.
We'll
bad.
buy it. We will
Yeah.
buy so
Yeah.
many.
Maybe we should get cover art for our podcast
Done by
for Gojo's
them.
and have us all crying as
Yeah.
we turn into
Oh, as we all turn into Tobias, turning into a hawk.
Yes, yeah.
It's just like at the bottom of this image is just the three of us also crying.
Yeah. Oh my God, Eddie, this is my turn, right? This is my description,
Or
right?
was the bird trapped in the boy?
Damn fucking straight. And Eddie went next level with a freaking, it's a salmon background with a very, very blurry image of a Tobias action figure in the middle. So blurry, in fact, that the text in the bottom right corner is completely unreadable, and yet it must say the Animorphs. It must say. And my favorite thing about this is, if you weren't convinced that the toy was cool enough, it shows Boy Tobias in a weird bird suit, and then it shows Hawk Tobias. But then, just in case you wanted to really be in between, if you really wanted to play the field or the spectrum here, you could have the bird face on the boy. Yeah.
Why?
No karate chop action here.
The commonness of the red-tailed hawk was important to K.A. Applegate. Tobias's form was chosen because red tails are among the most common hawks in the U.S. I liked thinking that kids driving with their folks across Kansas or wherever would daydream that they were seeing Tobias. And it's going to
Aw.
be tone changes like this through the whole thing. So.
Aww.
So here we have,
This is so cute.
in addition to going back to the sort of more aubergine text on the beige background, we have what appear to be 4 images of Tobias. Or, no, the first one is just a red-tailed hawk that might be Tobias. On a forked tree with some mountains in the background and the sun. It's gorgeous. We have Tobias morphing into a hawk. We have my cat losing her mind in the background.
Oh my God, Demon! Demon, you're killing me.
We have
Just talk over her.
we have an image of a fair-haired boy with a sort of spiritual-looking hawk in front of him that also
That looks like an owl to me.
It could be. And then what looks like Tobias confronting himself under a full moon.
I wasn't sure if that was Jake or Tobias.
Oh, that could totally be Jake.
But then that
Perfect
definitely
sense.
looks like the same model and image too, actually.
Oh, it is
Actually,
the same model.
I think it's the same headshot.
It's the same pose.
Yeah.
The arms are doing a very similar thing.
So maybe that's not Tobias morphing into a hawk. Maybe that's Jake morphing into some other bird.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Wow, this is the best slideshow ever.
I don't even know what's coming next. Okay. Red tails are the second largest North American buteo. Only the ferruginous hawk is bigger, though far less common than the red tail. Wingspans, on average, reach just over 4 feet, as is common with raptors. Females are typically much larger than males.
Oh, yeah, that's a hawk fact that Tobias gives us in book 3, for sure.
Oh, really?
He says being a female, she's larger than him when he's talking about price cut
Wow.
Polly.
Mm-hmm,
So-
mm-hmm.
on this one, I think we're still in the aubergine font. We have sort of a very dull but kind of like pea soup colored, like sort of. It's a little green. It's a little. It's a interesting color. And then some of the font is gray and some of it is dark gray. So there's actually 3 font colors on this one. And then my favorite thing is there's a beautiful picture of a red-tailed hawk where the sky is almost purely blue behind it. And the last fact, wingspans on average reach just over 4 feet. As common raptors, females are typically much larger than males. That actually beautifully segues between the 2 colors, tying the whole thing together. This is some next level graphic design. It's
Wow.
Yeah, next level. Beautiful, beautiful work.
And to what end are the 3 different font colors being used? Because obviously
they are transitioning. They're changing the emotional tone.
Yes.
So we're going from warm and fuzzy from the last K.A. Applegate quote to harsh reality, harsh fact, harsh datum.
Okay.
And that's what I predict. Now, Eddie, what would you say is happening? Sorry.
I agree with you completely. It's morphing just like the covers of
Oh my God, it's morphing. How did I miss that? How did I miss that?
That's because I'm just spitballing after what you said, Chris.
Amazing. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I need to sit down.
Eddie, did you draw
I need
these?
to sit down. Eddie, what are you doing? What are you doing, my friend? Why?
Let me read, please. I actually don't like the implication of the text and the image here. Red-tailed hawks are mighty? I can't see. Mighty adaptable birds of prey. Highly. I can't see because of the screen sharing thing. They're skilled hunters, often spotted perched on telephone poles, alongside roads, or in trees as they watch for their prey. They're known to remain motionless for hours, which is part of the reason they're so easy to spot.
So here we have a slide with a lovely sort of lavender background. We have our aubergine text to begin with, but then we segue to a white text that is italicized, which is a nice touch. Almost as if it's leaning away in shock from the images to its left.
Leaning just like Tobias is leaning in all 3 images.
Which are some Jake and Tobias fan art that Eddie has found.
I think so the close-up, the one in the background makes the most visual sense. It's just
it's a close-up of the faces in the lower one.
Yeah, we have to start saying what's happening or people are going to get really annoyed with us. They're kissing, yeah.
So in 2 of the images, which are actually from the same drawing, Jake and Tobias are kissing. And in the other, they're sharing what could be considered a very friendly embrace. Although, now that I look, where they're holding hands, their fingers are interlaced, so that can no longer be considered platonic, actually. That's crossed the line.
They've crossed that threshold. It's honestly like a save the date for the wedding.
Are there, whose hands are, it seems like the same person's hands are
They're
around
many-fingered hands?
They're many-fingered hands.
It does look like a third person in the background.
No.
It's giving them a hip hug.
No.
It looks like that. Look at
Marco crouched down. He was like, I don't want to be in this picture. I like the addition of giving Tobias these under-eye bags in the kissing picture. I like the idea that Tobias was just really tired all the time.
Yeah, I have to say, so 2 of the pictures share the same drawing. One is like a work in progress in like a paint app. And then the second one is like presumably the final work where they're kissing in a room with a shelf with no books on it and a plant that's blurry in the foreground. But in the
plant?
In the plant picture, maybe Tobias represents the empty shelf and Jake, the plant that's too close to the camera. But Jake is really squeezing the crap out of Tobias's shoulders.
Yeah. It does look like that.
He's like a little too built and a little too it
does say that Jake is kind of a big guy.
Right, but it just doesn't what this image says to me is like Tobias didn't see this kiss coming.
During this research for this slideshow, I learned that Axe and Marco are a very popular pairing.
I think I had
couple,
heard
which
that, yeah.
I feel like it's partially because they're the two unpaired, at least in the canon, but also it just seems like people love. It seems like they have maybe a dynamic.
Yeah.
After book 4, I love Marco more than I ever thought possible. He's
Yeah.
very charming in book 4.
For sure.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, let's do this next slide.
Okay. Red tails have elaborate courtship rituals. To impress a mate, males will sometimes catch prey and toss it to a female mid-flight. The pairs will occasionally lock talons and dramatically dive to the ground. They tumble and dive together. If successful, mating takes place soon after.
This comic, though. So, is it my turn to describe?
I think so, yeah.
Again, we have 2 tones of text. We have aubergine up top and then gray on the right. And then we have a 4-panel comic. Okay, Marco is sitting confused and frustrated at his desk as a human in his bedroom while Tobias sits on the nightstand. In the second panel, he asks Tobias, "Hey, Tobias, you ever kissed a guy?" In the third panel, Tobias' mind speaks back, "Well, sure." Fourth panel, same picture of Tobias close up. He then failed to elaborate. It's excellent. Whoever drew this comic is a damn genius. We have to get attributions for all this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
There was so much fan art that I didn't get to include in this because I at least tried to follow the thread of Tobias being featured. But there's so much good stuff that I'm looking forward to.
That is
to
awesome.
using in the future.
Next panel.
Red tails will mate for life if conditions permit. They quickly replace mates, however, if one of them dies prematurely. Red tails are known to be very good co-parents. They share egg incubation duties and continue to divide labor after the eggs are hatched.
Wow.
Oh my god. Everyone has the same dirty minds we have.
So the images here, there's a beautiful image of a red-tailed hawk soaring low over like a field, maybe, about to catch something. And then we've got 2 pieces of fan art of Tobias and Rachel. The one in the lower left is a very, very late 90s looking Rachel, like spot on.
She's even got the weird plastic springy choker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Next to a sort of semi-translucent image of human Tobias overlaid with a more opaque, but still somewhat translucent image of Tobias as a red-tailed hawk. And then in the top right, we have a wonderfully soft drawing of Rachel and Tobias, their faces pressed close together with Tobias as a red-tailed hawk, looking somewhat startled, or
Tobias is like,
he
what
is
did
a
I
hawk,
do?
so it's a little hard to tell. But Rachel's expression is very soft. Her hair looks really soft. The feather work is really nice on both
It
of
is
these.
really nice. Her hair is gently resting on Tobias's head.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yeah, it's calming. Also, really great color pick on the background, matching the hair tone in the top right picture. Ed.
Oh yeah.
I once I saw that, I was moving stuff around at some point, and I was like, no, that the hair and the background color are perfect right now. I like that. I feel like Tobias's look is very startled or coy.
Oh.
I just like that there's definitely something going on between Tobias and Red-tailed Hawkmore and the Rachel behind.
What are you insinuating?
They're snuggling.
They're snuggling, yeah. What if it's not Tobias?
Oh my god, what if it's just another bird?
He made that mistake once before with a random group of wolves. Do you think he starts to get that fear with other humans now? He's like, what if that's not Rachel?
Yeah.
Oh man.
After he saw Rachel approaching the wrong red-tailed hawk once.
You included a video?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That's not a seer, right?
No, there's no hard sibilant at the beginning.
It's like I don't know how to spell that.
So something I thought was interesting that I learned about the red-tailed hawk's call is that other birds have such uninteresting calls that in movies and TV they just often use the red-tailed call. Like bald eagles in particular.
It's the Wilhelm scream of birds.
I think so, yeah. Oh. No. Okay, we're
Oh my
nearing the end.
god! Oh my god! Oh my
Uh,
god! Oh my god!
So this is some stuff that I found that Kay Applegate said about writing Tobias. When I was writing about Tobias becoming a hawk, I went to a raptor center where they rehabilitate injured birds. I spent time with the birds and with a falconer and a vet, but after a certain point, it's just guessing. Climbing into the head of an animal is like climbing into the head of another human being. It becomes pure imagination.
Wow. That's beautiful, actually. I'll do this one. This is Tobias. Well, I don't know if it's Tobias. So this is at Dog Sharks drew some beautiful concept art of the
It's Tobias.
Tobias-y. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Tobias. But then and it's beautiful concept art of Tobias with like trans flag tail feathers and stuff. It's really good. It's really inspired. Patches on the clothing. It's really impressive. And then behind that, Eddy put in Tobias flying over a like metroized trans flag. And Tobias's feathers are all like just blue and white and pink. You know, it's a nice vibe. I like this slide. This is nice.
And what about the background color?
Oh, the background
I think
matches
it's
very nicely. It's that weird salmon again, and it doesn't quite match the pink of the trans flag, but I think that's actually nice here because it allows the trans flag to really
Pop.
set off.
Yeah.
To pop.
Yeah. And then
Aubergine
still
text.
Kay Applegate. Yeah. Did I not have it on the last one? I did.
No, aubergine text on the last one. That's what I was saying.
Okay. I knew right away from the start I would trap Tobias and morph. By the way, never a doubt
Rude.
had to be. I knew it would drive some readers crazy, but I also knew they'd want to know more. Tobias had to be trapped to make the 2-hour TikTok reel. Loved the character, and I always thought fans would like him. Life was not good for Tobias. I think he was happier. And she's referring to Tobias being trapped.
You know, I know they're coming out with 10-minute TikToks now, but 2-hour TikToks? I think that's just a little like feature-length TikToks.
Wow. That takes the cake for silliest joke I've heard all recording session. Have you heard about this?
Heard about this? What about this? The image here, we have that nice lavender color background again and the aubergine text. The image is sort of like, almost looks like the flag of Japan. There's a red circle in the middle, and Marco and Tobias, I think Tobias, are hanging out. They're just having a good time. They're like maybe
close to dabbing.
Maybe
air guitaring. It's very 90s. I wish I could read.
Yeah, there's a patch.
Save the
that says
humans.
something.
Marco's patch says save the humans.
Oh, that's awesome. Are we like halfway at least?
Oh, we're at the end.
Okay, good.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, Finn!
Finn! And it's Tobias's morphing.
It's the book 3
picture.
cover.
Yeah, it's the book 3 cover. Finn. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, Eddy, yay!
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh man.
So when I first started this, I was really doing a book report about red-tailed hawks. And then in a lot of these, what I did was I was like, I'm just going to cut the images of red-tailed hawks and stick some fan art in. And that started, I was like, I'm bored by my own presentation.
Oh my god. This was a work of art, Eddy. This was a true work of art. I'm so blown away.
Thanks for listening to Anidorks. We'll be back soon with lots more to say. Until the Andalites return, or at least until next time. See you soon!